Ebusheni, Intlikani, Imajambula Manene. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Butomi Sophia Mburi Yaka Tshabalala, and welcome to yet another episode of Second Chances with Sophia V. If it's your first time coming to my channel today, welcome. You are right on time, because today I will be tackling the topic of, can depression be healed? But first, let's take a short left. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist, a psychiatrist, not a professional of any sort. This video is in no way intended to be used as a method of self-diagnosis. So, can depression be healed or cured? And a simple, straightforward answer is a yes. It's a definite yes. Depression can be cured. It can be healed. It did take me 2 years to finally be depression free, but for me to say that statement alone won't be a true reflection of what the journey has been. And that is why I invite you to stay with me a little bit longer as I break down for you what my depression journey looked like, because I am using the word journey because the healing stages on its own are different stages. It is a journey but not a destination, and there are different milestones to it. So I often say that it took me 2 years, and when I say 2 years, I'm saying 2 years from the point whereby there was a series of unfortunate events in my life that actually led to me being diagnosed with depression by a professional, whereby I never went back to the psychologist consultation room because I was in denial. I did not want to accept that I had depression and mainly due to lack of knowledge. I knew that I was not okay. I knew that there were a lot of things that were not going right in my life, but I did not know that it was indeed that serious. So from the point of diagnosis, from a point of the triggers or the causes of my depression, to the point whereby I literally sat down, I reflected back on my life, and I was like, wow, I'm healed. That was it was a total of 24 months, but that healing, the healing itself, the actual healing, the actual work that I put in, the actual effort, it happened within the 2 years, and not the destination, not the final destination whereby I said I had made it. So for me personally, when I had depression, I used to cry myself to sleep. I lost so much weight. I'm already a skinny person, so at that point in time, I became really bony, and even my skin, it became really pale. Even petroleum jelly could not sit on my skin. So the first few milestones whereby I was like, and I reflected, I looked back, and I was like, okay, I'm getting better. It was when I finally stopped crying myself to sleep. I will not say that something special or unique had happened, but for me it was something worth celebrating. And I remember, I think it had been a week with me being able to go to a bed without crying, or waking up to a dry pillow and celebrating that milestone. I'm like, wow, I've definitely moved from where I was before, and now right now this is where I am. I used to force myself to eat food simply because I need to stay nutritious, and the physical evidence, it was there. I looked at myself in the mirror every day. I could see how horrible I looked. So for me to actually be able to drink a glass of water and not feel like I want to vomit, for me to eat food and feel like I am not forcing myself, and it actually tastes good. It does not taste like a bowl of nothingness. That was another milestone that I felt like, yes, I've actually noticed the difference. I've moved from here to here. I'm a foodie, even though I have a very small body, but having those things being taken away from me just made me want to appreciate more. So with this healing journey, sometimes you feel like, yeah, I'm on top of the world, I am getting better, yes, I'm improving. Then you wake up the following day and depression is like, no, you're not okay, and it wins. So as a person, you need to be able to channel your mind in a way that you say you are willing to fight this through and through, each and every single day. You treat each and every single day as a winning victory. Each and every single day whereby you go to you wake up and you go about your day and you feel like you have a certain part of you back. For me, that's something worth celebrating. How tomorrow is going to turn out was that's something else, and it was something that was beyond me, because I was constantly fighting with my mind. And the worst thing about fighting with your mind is that even when the lights go off at night, your brain, you still have it. It's not like going to work and coming back and you leave the work at work. With your mind, everywhere you go with your mind. So reaching a certain milestone, reaching a certain level of goodness in your life when it comes to your mentality on a daily basis, for me, that was something worth celebrating. And I tried to keep a diary. I was not one to write every day or to make time. Actually, I won't say I never had time. I did not make time to be able to journalize, but it's something that in my mind I would say, oh wow, I've gone this long of a period without experiencing this, which is a good thing for me. I intentionally sat down and I'm like, these are the parts of me that I've lost, and this is what I want to get back. This is what I want. When I say I've healed, this is what I would have achieved. And in terms of, I started seeing development after about the first 3 months, but I still felt like I still have a long way to go, because I had lost so much. I had lost so much in terms of my personality. I had so much in terms of, I had lost interest in the things that used to bring me joy, and now they'll bring me tears, things such as social media, things such as going out with friends. It was such a hideous exercise. So one thing I can say is that when you go through the healing journey, treat each and every case and a situation as a unique case. There are no two situations that are ever the same. So you ought to be kind to yourself. However your healing will look like, only you will know whether it is working out or not. Only you will know whether you are moving forward or you are moving backwards, or only you will know what would be best for you. For example, I'll give you a simple yet a relatable example. For example, I could have flu and you could have flu. Both of us could have flu at the same time, and we go get the exact same cough syrup over-the-counter medication, and it works for me within 3 days, and it works and then for you it does not instantly work. You might even have to change your medication. It might take me 3 days, but with you it might take you 2 weeks. So this thing, depression comes in different stages, and even the intensity of it all is different. So for me, it took me 2 years to finally look back and say, wow, I finally have me back. But for some people it takes them 6 months, for others it takes them 9 months. So you need to be kind to yourself. However your healing journey is working out for you, as long as you are moving a step forward every day, that is something. As long as you are not moving backwards, and even on days whereby you feel like you are moving backwards, you're taking 3 steps backwards, for instead. As long as you are kind enough to yourself to notice that once upon a time you were able to go forward, and you say, I can do it again, then you wake up the following day and you try. Life will keep on pushing you back, but you can do it. So I moved. Also at another point in time, another milestone that I really celebrated. For those that know, my biggest depression experience or moment or a time frame was when I went through a separation with my husband, and I received a lot of phone calls with a lot of bad news, with a lot of name calling that came with it. So much so that I grew anxious. My chest would literally close in every time my phone would ring, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what bad news am I going to hear next? Oh my gosh, what bad word am I going to be called next? So much so that when I had moved away from that situation, when I had moved away from my marriage, and I was still feeling anxious, I did not want to ever hear my phone ring, because I would just go into a panic. I would literally put my phone on silent all the time, because I could not stand hearing my phone ring. And for me, at some point in time, being able to move from my phone from silent so that I'll be able to genuinely interact with people, it was such a relief. Even right now, I don't even care what ringtone my phone has on it. I don't even panic. I don't even care. So to have such moments, it's all those little things pinned together that make out the healing journey, the healing package at the end of the day that you have, to move away from a place of darkness whereby your mind is constantly fighting with you, your mind is constantly thinking negative, your mind is saying you are worthless, your mind is saying it would be better if maybe you just died, to say maybe if I was not here on earth, the world would be a better place. It took so much from me. It took me moving from a point of crying every day to not crying at all, for me to be able to walk in a room full of people that had caused me pain and not wish them any harm, for me to say I'm okay. I had faked my smile so much that I would feel the corners of my smile crack at some point in time, because that is how much fakeness I had portrayed. And just because you fake it does not mean you're okay. So for me to admit that, to say yes, I do have a problem, yes, I am not okay, but I want to feel better, I do not want to pretend anymore, and to actually walk in a room full of people that caused me pain and genuinely wish them well, and not to break down, to have to stop smiling and genuinely smile on my own right now. When someone cracks a joke and I know I'm laughing from deep within, and it's genuine, it's effortless, that is what healing looks like. So 2 years after the series of events happening in my life, I finally sat down and I'm like, I have me back. I recognize the girl that I see in the mirror. I love the energy that this girl is bringing forth. This is me. This is the girl that I had lost, but this is the girl that this is the girl that I've worked so hard to get back. But even after 2 years, man, I was like, I'm not satisfied. I'm still not satisfied. I'm sure in life I would have been a better person. Had I not wasted the 2 years emotionally being unavailable. I did not go through this situation to come out the same person. So I worked on myself even more. By then I had found the formulas. I found things that work for me in terms of developing myself, and I took full advantage of that. So I'm saying, what I want to share with you is that the working on yourself never ends. Healing is addictive. Yes, you heal and you get to a point and you're like, yes, I'm over what happened to me, but then you just want to better yourself, and now you want to improve yourself. So where am I in terms of my mental health? I will say it boldly and comfortably. So I am healed and I am back. It feels good to be on this end of the healing journey, and I hope that you will join me on this journey too. You will also choose the healing journey, and I'm hoping that with this video people will watch it and decide for themselves that they want to heal, they want to live their life in a peaceful manner, they want to take ownership of their mental health again, and yes, choose to be depression free. Depression can be healed. It's just a lot of work, but definitely yes, depression can be healed. It would have been a shame for me to die at the point that I was depressed. How you die matters. Suicide was definitely not an answer. It's still not an answer. Should you find yourself in a point whereby you feel hopeless, you feel like you don't know where to go forward, look at my next video. I will be sharing with you the steps that I took in ensuring that I feel better. But more than anything, I don't want you to go into this blindsided thinking, yes, I'm in 2 years time or in 3 months time I will be okay. It does not work like that. It is a journey. You have to work and fight through it until you are okay, and it is possible, it is doable. Look at the smile. Yes, I am not faking it. It is genuine. It feels good. It feels great, and I hope to see you guys soon on the healing side. Let's normalize healing as much as we normalize talking about pain. I love you. Please remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and a big fat thank you for 700 subscribers. I promise you I'm not chasing numbers, but it gives me comfort and confidence and excitement to see that I'm able to reach out to a broader audience. So yes, do share, like, subscribe, leave some love on the comment section below, and yes, let us heal. See you on my next video. Thank you.